Hi guys, welcome. And today I'll be actually showing you a tactics I actually formulated while playing FM24 that I was using, but I never really actually posted it. And today I'll be replicating it on FM26. And actually, it has been working really fine for me. It's a 4-3-3 formation, and it's basically attack focus. It's basically attack focus. Let's go to the schedule. I've been using it for some time on FM26 and it has been doing quite alright for me. Like these are the friendlies and these are the league games. The league games is kind of what I count because I actually don't play friendlies. I delegate it to my assistants, and these are the games I actually played. It's a small sample size actually. That's in the Premier League playing five. Well, actually, it's a high scoring tactics, but at the same time, we tend to concede. But it's still more. What's the purpose of playing football? It's just to get that build. It's just to entertain yourself and the rest. Yeah. So this has been the score actually, and for the league table, we're actually topping after 9 games. 7 wins and 2 losses. That was against Chelsea and Sunderland. So that's just that. So for today, I'll be going straight to the tactics. Yeah, I'm going straight to the tactics. So this is a combined view that is of the team shape, which is a 4-4-4-3 formation. And as you can see, I have ball a ball playing goalkeeper on attack. And the reason I have him on attack, it's basically for him to come off his line. Like you can see on the arrow here, it's self-explanatory to come off his line to help as well as build from the back and also to act as an extra body or passing option doing build-up phases. And for center backs, we have two ball playing center backs because I need center backs that will be because it's basically attack formation. So I need center backs that are aggressive on with their passes and aggressive on the ball. So I went for two ball playing center backs, and at the same time, most of the time you see them push up and high because we'll be playing it. We This style of play actually tends to make use of a very high line because I was actually trying to create after watching Hansi Flick style of as in Barcelona style of play as of last season. I wanted to replicate something like that, but not actually Hansi Flick, something different from his. So, um, for my two wing backs, they are basically just wing backs. Two two attacking wing backs, they are basically just wing backs. And when you in FM26, once you touch the arrow, it just gives you a summary of what the player function as in instructions are. So this is just basically for them to get further forward. And for my defensive midfielder, I decided to go for the halfback, as you can see. And this halfback, what does it say? It says moves back to center back. Most of the time, you will see him in between the two. He's going to split the two center backs wide during build up phases when the wing backs actually pushes up and high. So instead doing attacking phases or build up phases, your team will tend to look like a three at the back, basically. Actually, you're starting with a 4-3-3, but your team tends to look like a three at the back. So that's just it. A 3-5-3 or 3-4-5 3-4-1 formation kind of. That's how a basic team shape tends to look like. Then for your two number eight, I decided to go for one as a midfield playmaker, and his duty is just to be creative link between both the defense and the attack, looking to play progressive passes and killer balls. That's just his duty. And because it's a link between both the back line and the attack line. And for your second number eight, I decided to go with the advanced playmaker. The advanced playmaker, and his work is just to find space between the lines and be expressive. And it looks to operate high up the pitch between the opposition, midfield, and defense. So that's just his duty. And as you can see here, they said find space between lines and move for the move up forward. So okay, then for your two wingers, we decided to go with the inside forward. The inside forward, the reason is because we wanted to quit when what each of your inside forward is just to push when they get the ball, they try to cut in and help as in overload the central midfield area or the central areas. So at the end of the day, you tend to have player overload in this place in this midfield area where in the center of the central area of the pitch where in turn you end up outnumbering the opposition press or players, and in that sense you have more passing options and passing lanes. And even when you lose the ball, it will be more easier for you to win back the ball because your players are actually closer to each other and compact. Okay, then for your attack line, we decided to go for the target forward, and the target forward is actually different this time around in FM26 because it's more as in okay, heavily utilize. Yes, it's actually moving fast. I want to read it out. They say heavily utilizing his physicality and strength to disrupt opponents' goal scoring opportunities and creates goal scoring opportunities for his team. The target forward is typically the team's attacking outlets during build up phase, and it tends to actually win headers and or what have you. And also it acts as link up between the central the wingers and also the central midfield as well. So that's just it. And sometimes you tend to see him fall back to assist. That's thereby creating link up chances or opportunities. So that's just that for the in possession tactics. Or so for the out of possession. Okay, let me use the second screen so that's a bit more easier. In the out of possession tactics, you can see we decided to go for the sweeper keeper as a goalkeeper. They say comes off the line. His own main duty is to win back balls that have as his main duty is to win balls that have been played over the defensive line, and he tends to be quick about it. And just let's just say your typical Manuel Noah. Okay, and for the two center backs, we decided to go with the basic. We went for two center backs, nothing too special. Then for your full backs, we decided to go for typical fullbacks, nothing too special because we needed to balance everything. Then for your defensive midfielder, we decided to go for just a typical defensive midfielder. And then for your two number eight, one is actually a central midfielder just to keep things balanced between both pressing high and also tracking back. And then we have one of the number eights as a pressing, which is your advanced playmaker as a pressing central midfielder in order to assist with the pressing. And for your two wingers, we decided to go with the wide midfielders, nothing too special, just basics to help to track back and also know when to press as well. And then for your forward, you decided to go for the central forward, nothing special, just and the central forward is main duty is just to press and or screening passes through the middle of the pitch. That's just it. Okay. And okay, that's that for both in possession and out of possession. And then we'll be going to the team instructions. For your team instructions, you can see the visualizers and doing build up phase. You see how the team looks like. It looks like I said earlier, a 3-2, or is a 3-4-3 formation kind of. That's how the team tends to look like. And doing progression, you see how it tends to look like 3-4-3, and you can see the defensive midfielder is actually in between the two center backs. That's just it. And doing the final third, you see how it looks like. So basically, that's how it looks like. And your goalkeeper pushes high. Okay, for out of possession, doing low block, you see how it looks like. It looks like a 4-5-1 formation. Doing mid block, still same. And doing high press, your team tends to push forward with the defensive midfielder left alone in the midfield, protecting both the back line. Okay, so that's that for out of possession. So for In-game instruction. Um, okay, we'll go for this. For in-game instruction, right here, they say line of engagement, went for the eye press. And this is for out of, okay, let me use the big screen. Yeah, there's something I noticed about this. Okay, for out of possession, as you can see, there's no defensive line behavior. But when you go back to this other screen, out of possession, you see defensive line behavior where you typically have in your former FM20, where you have the option of stepping up more or drop off more. So you have to click on. So for this defensive line behavior, we go for the step up more. This is usually found at the outside of the screen. Okay, so let's go for the all instruction. In out of possession, for defensive line of engagement, went for the eye press. For defensive line, went for much higher. For trigger press, we went for much more often. For defensive transition, we went for counter press because we needed the team to press immediately after we losing the ball, because it's basically an attack focus formation. For tackling aspect, we went for just standard, but you can decide on that if you want to go for get stuck in or stay on feet. Is left to you, depending on the team that you use or your choice of play. Cross engagement, we decided to go for stop crosses. For pressing trap, we decided to go for trap outside in order to, because we tend to overload the central areas and at the same time push the opponent into the wide areas where we can easily win the ball. Therefore, goalkeeper short goalkeeper distribution from your opposition, we decided to go for yes, in the sense that we are disrupting. We press from both the opposition goalkeeper doing their own build up. So that's just that. Okay. Then for in possession, we decided to go for passing. That's for in possession team instruction. We decided to go for passing directness shorter, tempo much, as in tempo higher. Left to you because I decided to leave it in between higher, as in I decided not to go for the much higher, because by going for much higher you tend to lose the ball much often and it can lead to goal scoring chances for the opposition. And if you go for standard, the team might not move the ball as quickly as you want them to. Okay, for time wasting, left we decided to go for less often because most of the times we'll be the one doing the attacking. And for attacking transition, went for counter attack. For attacking width, went for narrower because we need the team as close as possible in order to have more passing options and more bodies in case we lose the ball, so that there will be more bodies to quickly press and win back the ball before the opposition try to spread out the ball wide and far. Okay, for play for set piece, no. Dribbling, we kept it at balance, but it's up to you. But I didn't want the option of losing the ball most of the time. Supporting runs, we went for balance. Goalkeeper distribution, we distribute from the back through our center backs. Goal kicks, we went for shots. Build up strategy, we went for play through press, meaning that we take more risks, we stay composed even under pressure instead of going for the long balls due to opposition pressing. Okay, creative freedom went for more expressive. Progress through went for both flank. Pass reception went for pass into space because we needed much of those through balls, which will be needed in order to cut the position off guard. Patience went for standard. Shot from distance went for encourage. And crossing style, we went for balance. Okay, for the supporting runs where we have both the underlap and overlap, we decided to go for balance in the underlap and both flanks in the overlap. So there you have it. So that's just my own attacking style of play in FM26, and this is information I created on my own. I tried, it's tested and approved. So that's just it. Okay, let me go back to the fixture and try to. Okay, so I guess Coventry. You can see our attacking stats. We had 36 shots because we tend to use, it's an attack formation, like I said earlier, it's a shoot on sight policy. So we had 36 shots, we had 13 on target. Our XG, we had 3.5. Corners, we had 12. Possession 60. And I'll show you the Chelsea on against Chelsea. As you can see, okay, Chelsea had more of the possession, but we had more corners, better XG. Shots, we had 3, but we had 13 shots. And actually, I actually played my second division, my second team during this match because it was a cup game. But in the league, actually, I played my full team and Chelsea still won me too, so that's not even an excuse. So against Aston Villa, let's go for Spurs. As you can see, we had 23 shots, 5 on target, and 1.3 xg, 9 corners, 53% ball possession. As you can see, why Tottenham had just 1 shot on target throughout the game. And in this formation, the team tends to press from the front. So that's just it for this formation. And I hope to see you in the next video. Please, if you enjoy, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just basically you can do all 3. And by doing that, you're actually pushing this channel to more and more views. And by doing that, you're helping me as well as building, in order to build this channel. And because we're in all this, it's not just my own journey, it's everyone's journey. As long as you keep on watching it and seeing me grow, it's all as. Thanks, much love, appreciate, peace and love.